tropical leaf background. And so I'm going to use one of these Monstera leaves from the Dollar Tree. This is a placemat, and I thought it would be really fun to hang this on the wall. It'd be a great backdrop for a pink flamingo. So I just used some tiny nails and attached that to my coffee bar wall for a backdrop, and it is the perfect size to fill that up. I really love the way this is coming together. Now I wanted to do a pink flamingo DIY here, and I wanted to have a pink flamingo, have him standing up and holding a cup of coffee. Now, this one includes a crafting fail. I know you guys love crafting fails, so I decided to keep it in because, oh man, this is one of my worst ones in a while. But let me show you all of the steps that we took. It's already pink, but I used a candy pink here to just distress it with a little makeup sponge. And that's just going to give the feathers like a little bit more detail and make it two-toned. And I'm going to do that on the front and the back because this is going to be a freestanding flamingo and you might be able to see it from all the directions. And I'm just rubbing that sponge all over the feathers and just slightly distressing it all over. And I like the two different shades of pink. We're going to be painting a couple of different pink flamingos because there's different species and they have different colorations and stuff as well. So this one I'm doing kind of the traditional colors that this is already made in with like the orange yellow beak, but two different kinds of pink. Now what I wanted to do was I wanted to make a pink flamingo standing on one leg, you know, like they do. And then with the other leg, I wanted him to be holding a cup of coffee. Now, this might have been my first mistake. I cut my wood dowel in half for the leg and glued on one of the pearls from the Dollar Tree with some hot glue because I wanted him to have little knobby knees like flamingos do. I kind of wish I hadn't added the pearl. I think that this would have been stronger if I hadn't added that, but this is how I originally created this guy. So that is his first leg. I'm just going to add a little bit of extra hot glue just to make sure I can get it as strong as possible. And then I am going to go in with some Model Magic and sculpt some legs as well. For this second leg, I'm going to go ahead and cut this one in half too. I wanted this leg to be bent and holding the cup of coffee. And so again, I'm going to add just a pearl here at the joint. And this time I'm going to do like a 90-degree angle on this leg because I wanted it to be bent. Now, I spent a good amount of time making this one, and then you'll see, you're going to see what happened. So this is the Model Magic that I'm going to use to sculpt the flamingo legs. And I don't think that this is the problem at all because the structure of the legs was the wood dowels. I'm thinking that my only real problem was having it hold something and using the pearls. I probably should have just left that because I could have sculpted the little knobby knee with the Model Magic itself and not mess with the structure of the leg. So lesson learned. But what I'm doing is just covering the entire leg with Model Magic. I just got the white kind. You can get this at Dollar Tree. You can also get it at Dollar General for only $1, so it's cheaper there. And it stiffens up into a harder foam. It doesn't ever get really hard, but you can paint it and it's really fun to craft with. So I'm going to cover the entire leg except for the very ends because one is going to go inside the wood sign and one is going to go inside the flamingo there. And then I'm going to do the same thing here with our second leg. I just start right here in the middle and sculpt that around and cover the entire thing with this. Now it does set up a little bit. You can paint it before it sets up. I've done that before and I've never really had any problems. I've actually made like a sea monster attacking a haunted beach house with this stuff. I love it. It's so fun. And I'm just going to cover almost all of this as well. I'm even going to sculpt a little flamingo foot out of this stuff. So I'm going to have one leg go back, one leg go forward like this. I'm always looking for creative ways to replace the legs on these pink flamingos because the wire ones that come with them from the Dollar Tree are not great. I just put a little bulbous area here at the end. Now, a flamingo foot is pretty easy. They have 3 toes, so I'm just going to flatten that and sculpt that into a little flamingo foot that I wanted to hold a cup of coffee. I thought that'd be really whimsical and cute. The coffee, I ended up not being able to do, and you'll see that here in just a minute. Now they already had like holes that were side by side. I want one to be in the front and one to be in the back. And so I just poked new holes in here. This is going to be the centered one. This is going to be the structure of my flamingo. And I had just poked a hole and then cut a little X in it with my razor blade and then attached it with some hot glue. And then I'm going to put the other leg here, the one that's bent. Again, I just poke a hole, cut a little X shape in there, add some hot glue, and add this leg as well. So I want that one to go like that so it can hold something. I reinforced it with a little bit of hot glue, and this is what it looks like so far. It's looking cute. Now for the base, I just had a piece of scrap wood. I'm going to drill a hole. I have a drill bit that is almost the perfect size for those wood dowels from the Dollar Tree. I use it all the time for that. And I want this to be covered with greenery. And so I'm just going to go over the entire thing, the top, all of the sides with just a leaf green acrylic paint, just so it will kind of blend into the greenery that we're going to add to that later. And then I wanted to paint the little flamingo legs. I wanted to try to get a color that was relatively close to the beak color, like that yellowish orange color. So I mixed a yellow and orange together until I got a color that was similar. And I'm just going to use that to paint all of my model magic, trying to be careful because it hadn't completely gotten a chance to harden up. And painting that here, all the different sides, because again, it's going to be a little freestanding pink flamingo. So it's going to be up on my coffee bar shelf. You're going to be able to see it from all directions. I painted the second leg the same way and even the little foot, switching to a brush to try to get some of the more detailed painting here. And I think that looks pretty good. So that is the species of flamingo that we're using. I think my son said there's 7 different species, something like that, maybe 6. And I'm going to hot glue into the hole that we drilled and then just add the flamingo in there just like that. Now, it was at this point that I started having stability concerns that it wasn't going to be strong enough to hold up the coffee. So, what I did was take another dowel and I cut it down in half that where I could put a little support beam under the other leg so it would have really 2 legs underneath of it. So, this was kind of a last minute attempt to try to save this project. And so I just used hot glue to attach it just like that, just to hold up his arm. I thought that that would make it stronger. Now that I have that in there, this is what it looks like so far. I wanted to paint it green so it would blend into everything else we have here at the bottom, and I can always put like some greenery in front of it so you won't be able to see it holding up the little flamingo leg. Now, this is the cup of coffee. It is a lip balm that I got from the Dollar Tree. It's a strawberry frappuccino, but I thought we could make this look like coffee. I do want to remove the sticker so we can paint it brown instead of this bright red color because I want it to look like a cappuccino. And I am going to just peel that off. It did have a lot of sticky adhesive on there, so I had to use some Goo Gone to really get that off. It's also got lip balm in there, which makes it a little bit heavier than I want it to be. So once I get all the adhesive off there, I just actually take the lip balm out just so that it will make it even a little bit lighter for the flamingo to hold. So I just screw that up and take the lip balm right out just like that. And it's a great source of a little miniature item from the Dollar Tree for sure. I'm going to paint it brown. I want it to look kind of like coffee. So I mix like a brown and a gold color together, trying to get like a coffee with creamer look here. And then I'm just going to use that sponge to paint the little coffee cup. I'm going to leave the top as is. It has a blue straw with like white foam on top. I just need to try to mask this red and make it brown. Now, I did have a little bit of trouble covering it. I probably should have painted it white first because, you know, anytime you paint over red, it does take way more coats than you think it's going to take because it always shows through a little bit like that. But I just went all over the cup and even the bottom of it because I was thinking it's going to be on the top shelf. You're going to be able to see in there too. I let that dry and then I went over it with a second coat to really try to cover up all of that red. I was worried there for a minute it wasn't going to paint. I probably should have used some spray paint for it. That might have been a little bit easier. I'm not sure. But I did have to go over it with multiple coats, as you can see. And then once it's dry, I can pop the lid back on it. Look at that, a little miniature cup of coffee. And I want it to be held by the pink flamingo. So I wanted that, the reason I put the foot straight out like that is so that it could hold it. So I just attached a little hot glue here to the coffee and put it in the little flamingo's foot where it looks like it's holding it. Very whimsical and fun. And I really love the look of the flamingo legs. They look just like flamingo legs. So I was really happy with them so far. Now for the tropical leaves, I wanted to cover the base of this with some tropical leaves from the Dollar Tree. I think these are really cute. I'm going to have it in front of that large leaf on the back, but I also wanted lots of foliage here on the bottom because definitely pink flamingos and tropical leaves are going to be the theme for this coffee bar. So I just cut the pieces into individual pieces. The first one I used to cover that little support beam that we added to our flamingo to try to make it sturdier. And then if you find that your Dollar Tree florals are all bent up like this, if you use your heat gun or if you don't have one, a blow dryer on them, it just makes them look amazing. It totally fixes that problem. And then I'm going to just kind of scatter these around going in all different directions and just attaching them with a little bit of hot glue to cover the base. Now, this was the final step in this DIY, and I took this to my coffee bar and I put it up on the top shelf where I planned to put it. I did not even get a chance to take a picture of it until it broke. I was so horrified. It broke. And I was like, I can't save this, but I'm going to try. So let me show you how I go about fixing it. I just removed all of my hard work, my great flamingo legs. They just were not strong enough the way I had it built. And so we're going to have to try again. I just re-drill a hole here in the base sign. And I'm just going to have to do something else for the legs. Now, at this point, I was like, I'm not resculpting those legs because this might not work as well. So, what I'm going to do is just use the wood dowels. They still look better than the wires that come with the Dollar Tree. And I've done that before a lot to make flamingo legs, and they always seem really sturdy. So, I'm going to go ahead and drill both holes though this time. So, I'm going to drill the other hole here. That's something that I wasn't able to do with that brace that we added before. And I think my original plan would work if I hadn't used the little pearls and if I had made the bent leg maybe differently, like attached it like this first. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and remove the tropical leaves here just because they're kind of in the way, and we can start putting this together. So I'm going to first attach this with hot glue. I didn't want anything to get in the way of the hot glue and the wood, and I want that to be as sturdy as possible. I'm going to paint it the same color, so I mix some yellow and orange together and just paint the wood dowels, and we're not going to have any knees, we're not going to have any feet. There's going to be tropical leaves and stuff on the bottom, so you really don't miss the feet, but I do kind of miss the little knobby knees. But I wanted to make this a much easier design, not have it holding anything this time, and this worked out way better. So again, I'm just covering the base with tropical leaves. I'm going to add one more this time. And I'm also going to be adding some larger ones as well, since this doesn't have as much going on now after it broke. But my holes are still ready here. I just add some hot glue to those on my pink flamingo and then carefully sit this on here, making sure that the hot glue has enough time to set up to really hold my flamingo in place. Not as cute as a design, but I guess it's definitely more practical. Now I did want to add some taller tropical leaves here to the back. This is some other tropical foliage that I got from the Dollar Tree this year. And the colors are a brighter green, but they're also larger. So I thought a couple of these kind of behind the flamingo would be a really great tropical backdrop. And so I just cut this one down to size, and I'm just going to attach it with a little hot glue here at the base, but I'm also going to glue that onto the back of its leg so it will kind of stay in place with just a dot of hot glue right there. So it'll stand straight up. And I liked the look of that, so I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing here on the other side. It really only needs 2 of these because they're pretty large. You could also use like Dollar Tree ferns and stuff like that, whatever you've got in your tropical stash. I keep finding these plastic pink flamingos at the Dollar Tree though, so they're pretty readily available at all of my stores. So this is how it turned out, our second attempt at the pink flamingo. This time not holding coffee, no sculpted legs, but I think it's still really cute and it makes quite a statement up there on the top shelf